Have you ever been in a heated argument, feeling like you're about to explode? We've all been there, whether it's a disagreement in the office, a fight with a loved one, or a heated debate online. But what if I told you there was a way to navigate conflict without using fists, figuratively or literally? The ancient Stoics, masters of emotional control and reason, have incredible strategies for facing your enemies with grace and poise. In this video, you'll discover 13 Stoic-inspired techniques to dismantle your enemy without ever throwing a punch, speaking a harsh word, or wasting your energy on negativity. These methods require patience and discipline, but the rewards, inner peace, long-lasting solutions, and transformed relationships are worth it. Are you ready to master your emotions and rise above petty conflicts? Stay until the end. The power is yours. Master your emotions. Have you ever felt your anger boiling inside you, waiting to explode? They want you to react, to lose control, to lash out. The moment you do, they win. Your emotions, once triggered, become their weapon. But what if you refused? What if you became untouchable? The true battle is not against them, it is against yourself. Imagine a workplace scenario where someone constantly undermines you. They spread rumors, question your competence, and try to get under your skin. If you lash out, you prove them right. But if you stay composed, if you respond with silence and confidence, their efforts collapse under their own weight. They thrive on your anger. Starve them of it. Emotional mastery is not about suppressing emotions, but mastering them. It is about standing in the fire without being burned. The origins of this practice lie in suffering. The greatest Stoics, from Marcus Aurelius to Epictetus, learned this principle through hardship. They endured betrayal, criticism, and even exile, yet they remained unmoved. Why? Because they understood that power is not in the hands of those who provoke, but in those who refuse to be provoked. In daily life, this mastery transforms you. Arguments with loved ones no longer escalate. Office drama no longer affects your performance. Insults no longer penetrate your peace. As Epictetus said, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. When you master your emotions, you dictate your reality. The world no longer controls you, you control the world. So here is your challenge. The next time someone tries to drag you into their chaos, pause, breathe. Ask yourself, do they deserve my energy? If the answer is no, walk away. Not because you are weak, but because you are stronger than they ever expected. This is how you truly destroy your enemy, without ever lifting a finger. The art of indifference. Have you ever had someone try to provoke you, waiting for your reaction like a predator watching its prey? They thrive on your anger, your frustration, your need to prove them wrong. But what if you did nothing? Imagine standing in the middle of a storm, yet feeling no wind, hearing no thunder, and fearing no rain. That is the power of true indifference. The moment you stop caring about your enemy's actions, they lose all control over you. They will throw insults, spread rumors, and attempt to shake your resolve. They want to see you stumble, to react emotionally, to give them the validation they crave. But if you refuse, if you remain steady, unaffected by their games, their power evaporates. Seneca once said, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality." Think about how many battles exist only in your mind, how much energy you waste anticipating conflicts that never materialize. Indifference is not weakness. It is the ultimate strength. It is a skill sharpened through suffering, learned by those who have been hurt and have risen beyond their pain. I used to let people's words get to me. Colleagues who tried to undermine my success, so-called friends, who mocked my ambition. But the day I decided their words had no weight, I was free. That's when I realized the truth. You do not have to respond to everything. The world does not need your reaction. It needs your discipline. So I ask you, The next time someone tries to pull you into their storm, will you stand unshaken? Will you reclaim your power by simply refusing to care? Focus on your own excellence. Have you ever noticed how some people seem obsessed with pulling others down rather than improving themselves? They spend their time gossiping, undermining, and seeking validation through comparison. But you don't have to play their game. Imagine running a race where your only competitor is your past self. That is the mindset of true Stoic mastery. Instead of engaging in trivial conflicts, channel your energy into refining your skills, sharpening your discipline, and pushing yourself beyond previous limitations. Your progress will be the silent response that disarms those who seek to belittle you. When they realize they cannot shake your focus, they are left frustrated and powerless. This principle stems from centuries of hardship. The Stoics understood that striving for personal excellence is the highest form of resistance. Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor who faced betrayal and war, wrote, "Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one." His wisdom teaches us that the only validation that matters comes from within. I've experienced this firsthand. In the workplace, I once let myself be distracted by petty office politics, engaging in battles that did nothing but drain my energy. The moment I shifted my focus back to growth, learning, mastering my craft, and ignoring distractions, everything changed. Opportunities opened, while those who thrived on negativity faded into irrelevance. So ask yourself, are you wasting energy, proving yourself to others, or are you proving yourself to yourself? Let go of the noise, embrace your discipline, and become untouchable through mastery. The only true victory is in rising above. Kill them with kindness. Have you ever encountered someone who seems determined to pull you into conflict? They throw insults, spread falsehoods, and attempt to provoke you, all in the hopes that you'll react and lower yourself to their level. But what if you didn't? What if, instead of retaliating, you met their hostility with calm and grace? They expect you to fight back, to defend yourself with the same negativity they project. But the most powerful response is none at all. Imagine a coworker spreading rumors about you, hoping to see you lash out. Instead of engaging, you continue doing your job with excellence, treating others with respect, and refusing to acknowledge their attempts to harm you. Over time, their efforts collapse under the weight of their own bitterness. Their hostility becomes an echo in an empty room, powerless and unreciprocated. This approach is not about weakness or submission. It is about control. Marcus Aurelius, the great Stoic emperor, once said, "The best revenge is to be unlike your enemy." When you refuse to be consumed by their toxicity, you maintain your inner peace while they unravel. True strength lies in restraint, in the ability to let go of bitterness and instead stand firm in unwavering composure. I've experienced this firsthand. There was a time when I believed I needed to defend myself against every criticism, to correct every false narrative, but the more I engaged, the more fuel I added to the fire. The day I chose silence, to let my actions speak for themselves, was the day I realized the immense power of indifference. My enemies lost their grip on me because I had already moved beyond them. So the next time someone throws stones at you, let them fall harmlessly at your feet. Walk forward untouchable while they exhaust themselves in their own struggle. That is how you win without ever needing to fight. Control your perception. Have you ever noticed how much power you give to those who anger or frustrate you? They don't control your mind. You do. Yet, when you fixate on their words, their actions, their schemes, you hand them the keys to your inner peace. But what if you saw them for what they truly are? Distractions, not threats. When you change your perception, you reclaim your power. They want you to view them as insurmountable adversaries, as dominant figures in your world. But the truth? They only hold power if you let them. Picture a co-worker who constantly undermines you, a family member who criticizes your every decision. They want a reaction. They crave validation through your frustration. But when you refuse to engage, when you look at them as nothing more than background noise, they lose their grip on you. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself, in your way of thinking. Your battle isn't against them, it's against your own perception. Reframe the situation and you'll see that most of the stress, most of the conflict is self-created. I've been there. I've obsessed over the opinions of people who added no value to my life. But when I finally shifted my perspective, when I stopped seeing their words as a reflection of my worth, I was free. And you can be too. The next time someone tries to occupy space in your mind, ask yourself, do they deserve it? If not, shut the door, control your perception, and you control your reality. Let time be your ally. Have you ever felt the pull of an immediate reaction, the desire to strike back, to defend yourself, to prove them wrong? It's natural, but reacting in haste often leads to regret. Time, however, is the ultimate revealer of truth. Those who act with deceit or malice eventually expose themselves, not because you force their downfall, but because dishonesty cannot outrun reality forever. Picture someone in the workplace who has spread lies about you, trying to turn others against you. You're tempted to counter their claims, to prove your innocence instantly. But what if you didn't? What if, instead, you allowed time to do the work for you? As the months pass, their deception unravels, their credibility erodes, and the people around you begin to see their true nature. This principle is embedded in Stoic wisdom. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, time is a sort of river of passing events, and strong is its current. No sooner is a thing brought to sight than it is swept away and another takes its place. By stepping back and letting time reveal the truth, you free yourself from unnecessary battles and emotional exhaustion. I've lived this lesson. I once wasted energy trying to disprove lies, engaging in unnecessary fights. But the day I let go, trusting that truth would surface on its own, was the day I found peace. And time, without fail, proved me right. So the next time someone challenges your integrity, ask yourself, is this a battle I need to fight, or will time fight it for me? Stand firm, be patient, and watch as falsehoods crumble on their own. Withdraw the fuel. Conflict is a fire, but only when you feed it. They insult, provoke, and manipulate, expecting you to lash out, to validate their attack. But what if you refused? What if, instead of engaging, you remained unshaken, unbothered, and resolute in your own power? Their words would turn hollow, their schemes collapsing under the weight of their own futility. Imagine a workplace rival spreading falsehoods about you, hoping to see you crack. If you respond with anger, you amplify their influence. But if you meet their lies with silence and continue excelling in your work, their attempts lose power. This is not passivity, it is control. It is the strength of choosing where your energy goes. Marcus Aurelius once said, "When someone is properly grounded in life, they shouldn't have to look outside themselves for approval." The more you react, the more you depend on their validation, even if only to correct their distortions. I have seen this play out in my own life. I used to think I had to defend myself at every turn, to counter every false claim, but I learned that some battles win themselves when you refuse to engage. The people who seek to harm you will eventually crumble under their own negativity. So the next time someone tries to pull you into their chaos, ask yourself, do they deserve my energy? If the answer is no, walk away. Let them burn in the fire of their own making while you move forward untethered and unstoppable. Guard your energy. Your energy is your most valuable resource, yet every day people try to steal it. They thrive on drama, on conflict, on pulling you into their chaos. They bait you with their negativity, hoping you'll engage, argue, or feel the need to defend yourself. But what if you didn't? What if you simply walked away, refusing to let them dictate where your focus goes? Imagine a workplace where gossip and backstabbing run rampant. They want you to participate, to react, to get caught up in their storm. But instead, you keep your head down, stay committed to your work, and remain unmoved. Over time, their influence fades and you rise above. You become untouchable while they stay trapped in their own endless cycles of negativity. This principle is deeply embedded in Stoic philosophy. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this and you will find strength. When you guard your energy, you don't just protect yourself, you sharpen your ability to focus, to stay calm, to choose what truly matters. I've been there. I used to engage in every battle, feeling like I had to correct every falsehood, defend every attack. But I realized the more energy I gave them, the more control they had over me. The day I chose to walk away, I reclaimed my power. So the next time someone tries to pull you into their negativity, ask yourself, do they deserve my energy? If the answer is no, then walk away. Guard your energy, because once wasted, you never get it back. Laugh at their efforts. They expect you to flinch, to get angry, to retaliate, but what if instead you laughed? Not a bitter, vengeful laugh, but one of amusement, as if watching a child throw a tantrum. When you strip their insults of meaning, their power crumbles. Their words, once sharpened like daggers, fall dull and ineffective. Imagine a colleague belittling you in front of others, hoping to see you break. They crave your frustration, your emotional reaction. But instead of engaging, you smile, shake your head, and move on as if their words carry no weight. This isn't weakness, it's proof of unshakable inner strength. The root of this principle lies in Stoic philosophy. Epictetus wisely said, "If someone succeeds in provoking you, realize that your mind is complicit in the provocation." This means that no insult can harm you unless you allow it to. By laughing off their efforts, you rob them of the victory they seek. I've experienced this firsthand. There was a time when I would let insults fester, consuming my thoughts. But the moment I started responding with amusement rather than anger, I noticed something. Their power vanished. They became frustrated because they no longer had control over my emotions. So the next time someone tries to get under your skin, ask yourself, is their opinion worth my peace? If the answer is no, laugh, move on, and let them exhaust themselves in their own frustration. Develop a fortress mindset. Imagine standing in the center of a battlefield, but instead of raising a weapon, you remain still, unshaken. Your mind is an impenetrable fortress, built not from stone, but from discipline and self-awareness. The Stoic mind does not crumble under pressure. It endures, it withstands, and it remains unruled by chaos. Every day, you face forces trying to break through your walls. People will attempt to undermine you, circumstances will challenge your stability, and emotions will test your discipline. But a fortress is not defined by what stands outside it. It is defined by what remains unshaken within. When your foundation is strong, nothing can collapse you. This resilience is not something you were born with. It was forged in suffering. The betrayals, the failures, the disappointments, each one was a stone, a reinforcement, strengthening your walls. The very moments that once threatened to break you have become the foundation upon which your peace stands. In daily life, this mindset transforms you. Office politics no longer dictate your focus, personal attacks no longer shake. Your composure and external events no longer rob you of your peace. You do not react to every slight. You choose where to direct your energy. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Your greatest weapon is not aggression, it is self-mastery. No enemy can defeat you if they cannot disturb your peace. Build your fortress brick by brick and stand firm. Lead by example. True strength is not declared, it is demonstrated. Your enemies watch you, hoping to see you falter, searching for cracks in your discipline. They want you to waver, to react, to stoop to their level. But when you lead with unwavering confidence, when your values and actions remain aligned, you render them powerless. Imagine a workplace where gossip and manipulation run wild. Some people thrive on dragging others into their negativity, testing their patience, waiting for them to snap. They seek validation through your reaction. But you remain steady. You walk with integrity, refusing to entertain pettiness. Your discipline frustrates them because it is something they do not possess. This principle is embedded deeply in Stoic wisdom. Seneca once said, "Associate with those who will make a better man of you. Welcome those whom you yourself can improve." A true leader does not respond to hostility with more hostility. A true leader stands firm, demonstrating resilience in the face of chaos. I have learned this lesson the hard way. There was a time when I believed I needed to fight back against every attack to prove my strength through confrontation. But I realized that the greatest power lies in silent confidence. When you lead by example, those who seek to challenge you are left with two choices: respect you or fade into irrelevance. So I ask you, will you be the person who gets dragged into their battle, or will you be the one who walks away victorious, not through words but through actions? Accept that some battles aren't worth fighting. Have you ever found yourself drawn into a conflict that, in hindsight, was meaningless? The urge to defend yourself, to prove them wrong, to win, it's instinctual. But not every war needs a warrior. Not every slight deserves a response. They thrive on your engagement, on the emotional energy you give them. The more you argue, the more you entangle yourself in their chaos. But what if instead you chose silence? What if, instead of reacting, you moved forward unbothered, untouchable? Picture a workplace where someone constantly undermines you. They make snide remarks, hoping to provoke a reaction, but you stay focused, letting your work speak louder than their words. Over time, their efforts become meaningless, their bitterness exposed for what it truly is, an admission of their own insecurity. This is not surrender. This is strategy. True strength is knowing when a fight is beneath you. Marcus Aurelius said, "Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one." I've learned this lesson through experience. There were times when I wasted my energy trying to set the record straight, fighting battles that did nothing but drain me. The moment I chose silence, to rise above instead of engage, was the moment I won. So ask yourself, does this battle serve me, or does it only serve my ego? Choose wisely. Not every battle is worth fighting, but every moment of restraint strengthens you. Outlive and outlast. Have you ever felt the urge to retaliate, to prove a point, to silence those who doubt you? They waste their time on bitterness, trying to pull you into their storm. But what if you chose endurance instead? What if your best revenge was simply outlasting them, becoming stronger, more unshakable, more untouchable? They will insult, they will sabotage, they will try to make you stumble. But with every attempt to hinder you, they only add to your resolve. Your suffering is not a sign of defeat. It is the forge in which resilience is made. The world will test you, push you, challenge your patience. But the Stoic does not seek victory in fleeting moments. The Stoic's triumph is in becoming unbreakable over time. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, "It is not death that a man should fear, but he should fear never beginning to live." You must not waste your time in trivial battles. Let them fume, let them scheme. It is you who will stand at the end, while they remain consumed by their own distractions. I've experienced this lesson firsthand. There was a time I wanted to prove every critic wrong, to correct every lie. But I realized my time was better, spent on building, on growing, on becoming so focused that their words became irrelevant, and in the end, I remained. They faded. So I ask you, will you rise above, relentless and eternal, or will you let them pull you into the distractions that will one day consume them? Which of these 13 Stoic tactics speaks to you the most? Have you ever used one in your life? Let me know in the comments. I read every single one. And if you found this video insightful, subscribe for more Stoic wisdom. Remember, true power lies not in fighting, but in mastering yourself. Stay strong, stay stoic.